And welcome back, everyone, to Overtime. Once again, our special guest, none other than Mississippi Valley State's new football coach, Terrell Buckley, the All-American NFL star, joining us here. We're so honored. Touch bases about your life story, how you got started in sports, your upbringing in Pascagoula, and obviously taking over at Valley State football just early this year, and how we're looking ahead, excited about the upcoming season, everybody. And you had touched on, Coach, during the break about the alumni. You said, man, the support has been so tremendous since you've been here. How much does that help in terms of helping elevate the program to where you would like for it to go when you get the community backing you as well?
It's everything. I've been part of some great programs with some very good alumni. I would put this alumni group up there with anybody. Just from not just the monetary situation, but the conversations, the physical support, the volunteering. It brings a smile to my face. I talk about alumni, great job, keep it up. We appreciate you.
Yeah, you want to see it expand, I'm sure.
Yes,
grow and grow.
let's keep growing, let's keep doing. Obviously, the season, butts in the stands, right? That's where it's going to end, and that's going to be our job to make sure that we entertain in the proper way.
And you're talking about butts in the stands. I'm sure that first game, I believe, August 30th, you got Southern to kick off the season, your first game as a head coach at Valley. You're welcoming in the defending SWAC West champs. Some would say, Coach, why not bring in somebody, a cupcake to get started, but you're being thrown right into the fire? You welcome that challenge, or would you rather kind of ease your way in?
I welcome that challenge. That's what it's about. You never know where you are until you face the best, right? We want to be the best in the SWAC. So how do you measure yourself? How do you get to that? You got to go through the best. And they was the best last year in the West. We know who it was in the East last year. But I always say last year's last year. And one thing that we did not do as a staff, we haven't watched any tape or anything from last year. Why? Why do you say that, Coach Buck? I heard you asking me that. Because that was last year.
Right.
This is a new era. This is a new year.
Close the book.
Let's close the book, close the door.
Okay, close the door. You've had some great mentors in your life. Some of the greatest coaches of all time. I know one guy.
Arguably the greatest.
Yeah, and I know you talk a lot about Mickey Andrews. I remember him. He laid down that foundation for you in college. And, of course, Bobby Bowden and Bill Belichick won a Super Bowl. Don Shula with the Dolphins, greatest coach, most wins ever. Those experiences under those great coaches, I'm sure you've taken something from each and every one of them. How important is that to apply what you've learned from those guys to what you're about to embark on at Valley State?
It's very important. You know, you forgot Mike Holgram, bringing the West Coast. Different systems, different attitudes, and I just sit back and see who's going to get the most out of the players. And now I just add and feed that stuff into it. While I continue to read books. I continue to read from other successful coaches, other sports. So all that's intriguing. And you talk about all them coaches, you put that together and put my sauce, put my flavor on it. And I think that's what gives me a advantage.
Before we go, a couple more questions, Coach, and I'm going to let you go here. One, what's your take on the trend, it seems like, with former great NFL players coaching now HBCUs? First of all, we saw Deion Sanders at Jackson State, and Eddie George, Tennessee State, Deshaun Jackson, I think Delaware State, Michael Vick, Norfolk State, and probably forgetting somebody. I know Ed Reed at one time was Bethune-Cookman, very short stint, but nevertheless.
But he's still coaching high school now.
He's still coaching high school. But what's your take now on these NFL players now becoming head coaches on the HBCU level?
Man. I love it. The HBCUs, the schools need this to be patted on the back for giving us the opportunity. I think I've been wanting to be a head coach for the last 5 years. You got to be given the opportunity to step on the platform. For former players to step up and say, this is not about me, it's not about stats. When I tell people, I'm tell the players, I've been that dude.
Right.
I don't need any more accolades. I don't need any of that.
Yeah.
I'm here to pass this along, and that's our duty, right?
Too much is given, much is required.
Yes.
Amen. And last question, Coach, before we go. During the press conference, when you were introduced, what caught my eye was the engagement you had with your wife, who was there, and you had a cool handshake.
Yes.
And I can tell and look in your eyes and her eyes that you're much of a bigger fan of her than maybe she is of you.
Absolutely. That's my road dog.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell, we travel together, we do everything together, right?
Yeah.
And keeping it, like you said, fun and lighthearted. We come up with the handshakes. we do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Even working out together. We do a lot of different things together.
She knows you better than anybody.
Yes.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate you sharing your story with us. We want to wish you nothing but the very best going into this first season, and we're going to be rooting for you. We're going to be rooting for you.
And I'm going to tell the fans this, tell you this. We play to win.
Play to win.
We're not out there just to show up.
Right.
We play to win. So if you want to see something exciting, you want to see something different, you know what it be. Valley State, let's go.
All right. You heard it here first, Coach Terrell Buckley. Hey,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and appreciate your time too, the viewers, for taking time out and blessing us with it. We'll see you a little later on in the week. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.